All right, guys, injuries from the game. Brock Purdy had an elbow, and Josh Johnson concussion. Go ahead.
Kyle, do you have a sense at this point the severity of Brock's injury?
No, we don't. He's got to get an MRI and things like that.
What was it? Just too painful for him to continue?
No, yeah, he couldn't throw, barely could do those screens, so he wouldn't have gone back in unless we had to.
How difficult was that for you to put him back in the game, knowing that your quarterback couldn't throw?
Yeah, it's difficult. It would have been the same. I mean, it was that or we were going to go Wildcat, so we would have mixed both in, but we didn't get long enough drives to show that either.
How did the independent person flag Josh for the concussion, or how did that kind of play out there?
I'm not sure. They just tell me that he's out and goes to the tent. I don't know who did it, but he had one.
Sorry, when Purdy gets hurt, do you start thinking at that point, what happens if the backup gets hurt as well? What would we fall back on?
Yeah, we have that. And we have an emergency package, but usually hoping you can end a game with it and stuff. So we put our quarterback in there just so we could at least run a normal run game.
Like McCaffrey might have been talking to some coaches that it might have been him, or was that under discussion?
Yeah, we had all that stuff, but we didn't stay out there long enough to see it.
After all this team's gone through, I mean, Brock being your third quarterback, were you guys numb? What was the feeling after Brock got injured too?
I don't think we were numb. I mean, guys were up for the challenge. I thought our defense was playing real well. We felt Josh was going to go in there and execute our plan and give us a chance. I think we got, I think it was 7-7. They went down. They got a number of those. They had that one long drive with all those penalties. And then they got the 14-7, and we ended up having that fumble, which was 21-7. We felt confident coming out in the third quarter, but on that opening drive, we lost our last quarterback. And then after that, it was when we were inspired watching our defense and stuff, and we felt the whole time, down 2 scores, we felt we could run the ball well enough and hopefully generate some stuff and hopefully get a turnover on the other side or something like that to give us a chance to come back. But we didn't move the chains enough, and then once they got that third score, I believe, after the roughing the punter, then it was real tough to catch up.
I know it just happened, but you guys went 12 straight to get here. I know you felt great about this, and to have the season end with 2 quarterbacks hurt after getting 2 quarterbacks hurt before that. What's the emotion that all sinks in?
Guys are pretty down in there. We were really excited for today, and we really wanted an opportunity to play that team. And they played great. They did good things, but we wish we had a little bit better opportunity than we did today.
On that first drive, the replays pretty clearly showed that Devontae Smith did not catch that ball. Why wasn't it a challenge?
Because the replay we saw didn't definitely show that. We saw one up on the scoreboard. I was going to throw one anyways, just to hope to take the chances, but they showed one up on the scoreboard that didn't have all the angles you guys saw, and that looked like a catch, and so we don't want to waste the timeout, which we definitely would have if we didn't see that, but then I heard they got a couple other angles, and you guys end up seeing later that it was not a catch.
What did you say to the team about what you guys went through to get to this point and what happened today?
Guys, there's not much to say right now. It was kind of tough to talk in there right after the game for everybody. I got more love for these guys than I possibly could have, and they got it for each other. I was real proud of how they fought out there. Our guys didn't shy away from anything. Thought they got dealt a pretty tough card today, or a tough hand. But, I just hurt for those guys. We really wanted to. We felt really good about this game, and it was a tough one, some tough circumstances, and we should have done a few things better, but I'm really proud of the group in there, and excited to look forward to talking to some of them on the plane.
What happened on the play during which Brock Purdy injured his elbow from your vantage point?
Someone hit him in his elbow, the backside DN, number 7.
What do you think? On that play, Croft was blocking Reddick one-on-one. Was that supposed to be a quicker developing play?
No, it's play action. It's usually who blocks the outside guys on play action or tight ends.
You understand there's supposed to be an independent person on that 4th down play on the first drive, that it's not all in your hands, that there's somebody who recognizes that and shows other angles before the next play gets run?
Yeah, we all do it. We all look at stuff. It's really easy to see when you get to see it that it's incomplete, but that other person, myself, everyone in the stadium looking at the screen and all the angles that we had in the time it was snapped, which I don't know what you guys had, but we couldn't see that. So
I guess my point is, should that other angle have been shown earlier at some point that everybody can see it? Isn't that kind of the protocol?
I wish, but there's people, I mean, I think the NFL can do that if they see it. You know, they're supposed to do it, but, I mean, we didn't see it. So there's a play clock. You got 40 seconds. They're going to get it off, and they got it off. I was going to throw it anyway. I was just hoping. But it looked like he caught it, and then they show a replay up there, which I was shocked they showed it. But it ended up looking like a catch on the replay, too, because you couldn't see the other angles. So that's why we didn't. And then I was told at the end of the drive they saw a couple of other angles, and I was told it was incomplete.
What do you think about Josh and the way the offense ran before he got hurt? Obviously, a tough situation for him, given how long.
I mean, he didn't get to do much. I mean, he came in and threw that slant to Debo, and they were going to get in 2 minutes, and we were just going to go to another screen, and they ended up mishandling the snap, which was obviously not a good play because they ended up getting it, and they got 7 more from it. And then he got hurt on the first series the next time, so Josh didn't get to do much either.
How much did Brock did he try to lobby to get back in the game at all? What kind of his emotions right now?
He didn't lobby much because he went and kept throwing and realized he couldn't. And so there was no really discussion after that. He couldn't throw, and then when he came in, we had to decide what he could throw, and there weren't too many options at that.
Why was your defense so off kilter, Kyle, from the jump?
I didn't think they were off kilter from the jump. I think they're going against a pretty good team. I know they gave up 7 on the first drive, but I felt like they shut them down for like the next 3 series. We felt like we had momentum, had some good stuff going. I think the penalties really got to our defense. I think a number of them were self-inflicted that we got to do better on. A few of them, you know, I'll see how it is when I saw the tape, but that's what got them going. And you're going against one of the best offenses in the league, and can't make those mistakes. But you know, our defense held them to 14 there in the first half, with the 2 turnovers in offense, and so the second turnover got them 7. And then they were out there pretty much alone in the second half. They had a team that our offense was just able to run the ball, and we weren't able to get some big ones. So they had a pretty uphill battle versus a good team, and I was real proud of those guys.
In retrospect, do you feel it was ambitious to ask Tyler Croft to block Hassan Reddick, or is that a block you expect him to execute?
It's a tough block, but all play actions are tight ends versus edge rushers. They had us on a number of those today too. You know, you hope you can step up on it, which you usually do in a pocket. It was going. BA had beat him. It was going to be a big play, but I didn't see what else the pocket was like.
You got pretty agitated on that punt. When the penalty called for repping the punter, did it seem clearly to you that he got blocked into it?
That's what I thought. But, you know, I'm not standing right in front of it like he is, so he should have a better view. But that's what we all thought.
There were some skirmishes there throughout the game. Was it just Trent obviously throwing a guy down? Did you see that? And just then maybe the natural frustration that get coming out there?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see what happened on the skirmish. I'm just getting ready for the next play, so I didn't see exactly what happened. But you got 2 physical teams, guys playing hard. I know we were there frustrated at the end. Guys wanted to fight, wanted to play, and it was a frustrating game for us.
I'll take 3 more.
Kyle, you had postseason losses with this team in the past where you had leads and lost at the end. Is this in some ways more painful, or do they all just feel awful?
I mean, losing feels awful. Yeah, this one was harder. This one was a lot harder, I thought.
Did Nick Bosa get hurt at any point during the game?
I saw him on the ground. It looked like it, but they didn't report anything to me, so I'm sure he bounced up and was all right after that.
You were pretty clear, like during the 2019 season, that you felt you had as good a team as any. Did you have as good as a team as any, given the quarterback situation? Put that aside, is this team as good as any team in the NFL right now?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, there's 4 good teams left, and all 4 of those teams are capable of beating anyone on any day. You know, I said that year because I just thought we were from the beginning to end. And that's similar how Philly's been this year. I thought we had a chance to knock them off today and came up short.
Do you feel like the way you lost this game can fuel you guys for next season?
Yeah, always. But that has to do with how hard we work and the team we build and staying healthy and going back to square one and fighting through the off season, fighting through a whole regular season and get into this moment again and hope we get a little bit better draw and hope we play a little bit better.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right.